Kia ora whānau. Welcome to the preview show of the North London derby between Spurs and the Arsenal. Before we go any further, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. How you going, bro? How you feeling?
Good, bro.
Still pumped?
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit simmered down now. North London derby week.
Maybe you're just sober now.
No. We're always sober. But, no, North London derby week is always nervy.
Yeah.
Even though it's at home and we always have an excellent record at home, it's always nervy because it's a derby. Form goes out the window. Both teams have been on excellent form.
Yeah.
But form goes out the window. It's going to be a battle. It's exciting, man. I'm excited. We're coming into this off the back of two really good performances, two really good wins.
Yeah. After the international break. Yep.
Yeah, and so excited. You excited and a little bit nervous?
Yeah, I am really, really excited because Arsenal. I feel like this derby we're going into, we're favourites, and that's because of the way we've been playing and the way we performed last year. Yeah, Spurs have strengthened, but we have also strengthened. I think our depth of our squad is really good. Everyone's on form. We'll talk about injuries later, but I really have faith in the boys.
Yeah.
We've gone into most of the games this year as favourites, and we've come out on top. We've played like we're favourites.
Yeah.
We're starting to look and behave like a team that could potentially be fighting for the championship performs.
Premier League, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's why I'm excited, man. But then again, like you said, it's a North London derby. Going into it, it doesn't matter if you're the favourites.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a little bit nervy too, but really excited, man. Really.
Yeah. I think it comes. The game comes at a good time because it's like we've just after the international break, we've just started. We've had two really incredible performances where it's been complete domination with Everton, but it was only 1-0. Then we come into the PSV game. Again, complete domination, but we get 4 goals.
Yep.
Everyone's on form. Everyone looks sharp. Even the players coming off the bench look sharp. And, this could be what springboards us into another level. A lot of Arsenal fans, even us, have been thinking we're still not quite at, the peak that we saw last year. We kind of started a little bit slow, but this could be the game that really sends us into that.
Yeah, into that realm.
Form,
definitely. And the games we've had the last 3, like United before the international break, Everton, and now Spurs. Before last year, or maybe not last year, the year before. If you saw those in our fixtures, you'd be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
But now, we're looking like the favourites in all of these games.
Yeah, every game we play.
It's just so amazing to see where Arsenal as a football club has come to.
Yeah, this team, man. This team is something. It's something
and
special.
Arteta too, he's really changed the culture.
Yeah.
Even the fans, I feel like everyone's so connected to the club. I think the players are vice versa. They're so connected to the people too.
Yeah. I mean, we just saw Martin Odegaard. Have you seen the video of him as a contract extension?
And he's walking around.
Talking to people, feeling the love. Everyone's loving him.
Yeah.
And it's a big thing. I think ever since Arteta's come, he's completely flipped the environment. He's completely flipped the way everyone reacts. He's connected everybody.
Yeah.
Fans, staff, players, and sort of anyone that hasn't been on board, show them the door.
Yeah. And every year he seems to bring in something different. When he started, we had players like Aubameyang, Lacazette. He's implementing the strict policy, and then he got rid of them. That treatment of Aubameyang, we were like, what the hell's going on? And then now, this year, last year, we kind of just fell short. This year, he's brought a different dynamic to what we have. We can play long ball. We've bought in Havertz.
Yeah.
A lot of us were like, why the hell are we buying Havertz? But Arteta knows what he's doing, man.
He does, yeah.
And you can see that in the PSV game. There was times we were just going long to him. And it's working,
I mean, a good example is David Raya. It's like, why are we bringing in
Why
Raya?
are we buying him?
Well, we haven't bought him. The thing is, he's on loan, right?
Yeah.
It's like, so why are we even getting him?
Yeah.
If you want to get him, why don't you just buy him and, But, he's brought him in. Last 2 games, he's been excellent. he's shown something different from the goalkeeping side.
Yeah.
And I think in the games where we're not, I mean, most of the games we're going to have most of the possession. We're not going to get bombarded. And I think maybe that's why he's brought Raya in, because his kicking, his accuracy, the way he organizes everyone is a little bit better than what Ramsdale does.
Yeah.
And I think, it's just that little bit better. And like I said, every year he's improving. And
that's going to be one area we're going to debate on a little bit later on, and is who's going to start in goal, because that's a big call there.
Yeah.
But anyway, just going back into the game. So, like you said, both teams coming into this game unbeaten.
Yeah.
If we talk about Spurs, they're also unbeaten. They're also playing a really different brand of football to last year, because of our mate over the ditch. He's kind of revitalized them.
Ange.
I
don't even know how to say
his last name.
Yeah.
What's the clue? I don't know how to say. But he was doing bits here in the A-League. Brisbane Roar played some amazing football. Same with Australia, and he's doing the same at Spurs. They have they like to play position football too.
Yeah.
They like to press. So it's going to be challenging, but I feel like the speed and the sharpness of our movement should be too much for their press. But the boys have to be on it. From and it has to be from the start. Like we've seen at home, we've seemed to start off a little bit lethargically. We concede early. We don't want to be chasing a North London derby. We want to get in there and smash them.
Yeah, I mean the last few games, which is something that's been noticeable, at least for me, is that we start off games, we're beginning to start games really well without making those mistakes. The reason, why we seem to concede so early on is through our own mistakes.
Yeah.
It's a silly pass.
Just someone switched off.
Yeah, someone switched off, silly pass, someone doesn't follow their runner, stuff like that. But, the last few games, we haven't really seen that. We'll start it off really well, everyone's switched on, everyone's sharp, we don't make those mistakes.
Yeah.
And, I think Rice at the base of that has been key, because he zips passes without making any mistakes. And, our back four from last year has now been playing the last couple of games, and they look back to their best.
Yeah.
They all complement each other.
Yeah, ever since they've all started, we've looked
together.
solid. Yeah.
And they're playing some good football down the road, Spurs, but I mean,
any players to look out for in particular?
Yeah, of course. I mean, they have dangerous players. They have Madison, who's on the form of his life. You have Son, who's always dangerous.
Yeah.
But he's been talking some shit, eh? Like, have you seen what he said that, Arsenal don't want to play us right now. Like, he thinks, I don't know if, how he meant it, but it sounds like he thinks they're a bit too good for us. And I hope they come and they get absolutely humbled, and I hope they get absolutely wrecked.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And
so has to delete that tweet. On their team. This is a North London derby. We want to go there and smash them.
Yeah, and I think, I think the key for them is Madison. Ever since Kane has left, Madison's come in and he's really stepped up another level.
Yeah.
And I think, if we have someone that's on him, someone like Havertz who's...
No, I think Rice is going to...
I mean, Havertz and Rice together, Havertz is someone who really doesn't mind kicking people. If you've noticed, he always kicks people.
Yeah.
And if you have someone, a pairing like that can sort of get into Madison's face and knock him off his stride a little bit, it'll be key for us.
But these games is what we bought, we spend that money on Rice for, to give that extra bit of security in front of our back four, and that strength, that leadership. And I feel like he's gonna, he's having a blinder of a season already. I feel like he's gonna do another job on this.
Yeah. Team news.
So injuries.
Partey is still out. Arteta said in his press conference that he's still out.
Yep.
He said that Martinelli, we're not sure. He said we still got 2 days, so we're going to assess him. But I feel like that's just mind games. I feel like Martinelli will be out.
But at least it's good to hear that it's not as bad as what we thought. He came off straight away.
Well, like I said, if it's mind games, you never know. He could just be saying that, but it could be that they assess him in 3 days' time and he's out for a few weeks. Because it looks like it was a hamstring injury, and those are never...
Yeah, you're never back in a week. But then it is Martinelli. bloody horse.
He's got that South American blood. You know? They come back from like nowhere. Look at Jesus, man. He goes out and he might be out for a little bit, but then he comes back straight away and he's just like in there.
Yeah,
he's
it's
still
sharper than
yeah.
what he was before. Like, what the hell? Weren't you just injured? Didn't you have a knee injury? But it would be like, for me, if Martinelli's fit, he would be vital in this game. You know, just because of how sharp he is and what he offers to the team.
Yeah.
Although Trossard's having
excellent. He's excellent as well, you know. He's not as direct as Martinelli, but what he offers, I mean, we talked about
the cutting edge.
He can come inside, he can come outside, he can cross the ball, he can shoot.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a headache. It's a headache to have. And then you got people like Reece on the bench, you got people like Emil Smith-Rowe on the bench who are direct, who can actually pick up the ball and run. So it's going to be interesting.
So, and yeah, saying that, so what are some of the things you expect from the boys in this game?
I mean, I expect us to blow them out of the water. I expect us to bring them. You know, they're kind of like sitting. Where's the camera? Up here. You know, because they think they're all that. But I just hope we bring them down to like here or like down to the floor somewhere.
Bring them back to where they
belong. I hope they get a humbling. But yeah, I mean, I don't expect anything less for us to go out there, play our game, have possession, create chances, maybe put away 3-4 goals if everything goes well. But yeah, what are you expecting?
Yeah, I mean, same. Like, I want to see another clean sheet, first and foremost. And I want to see a performance. Like, you know, this is North London Derby. We've been performing really well. And I just want the boys to come out there and with the same attitude. I feel like if we perform like we did against Everton and PSV, you're right, it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be close.
I hope we bully them.
I don't think it's going to be close because the crowd's going to be involved from the first whistle.
Crowd is electric.
Even before the whistle to the end. So, you know, the boys are never going to run out of steam. I feel like it's the derby, man. Like, you know.
I think it's also going to depend on how Tottenham set up. If they come there to try and play their game the way they've been playing,
I think we're going to.
I think we're going to wreck them. But if they come there and, you know, if they're smart, I think they'll come there and do a bit of a low block because we struggle with that.
But can they low block?
I mean, I don't know. Defensively, they're not all that. I mean, they have
got
like
their priorities at the back.
Like you said, they're undefeated, right? We're on the same number of points, but they're actually not that good at the back. They have I mean, they've gotten away because they keep getting late goals. But, you know, defensively, they're not that great. And I think...
Yeah, I think we have the players to, you know, exploit their back four.
Even if they try a low block, I think you're right. We're on form, we're sharp, everyone knows everyone. We've been together for like the best part of 3 years now, so yeah.
Starting lineups. This is the difficult.
Oh, is it? Or is it not? I think you go first.
No, you go first.
You go first.
Okay. I feel like Ramsdale's gonna be back. Although, I want to see Raya start. So in my team, I'm gonna see Raya. I'm gonna put Raya in. Same back four. Saliba, Gabriel, White and Zinchenko. Same middle three as the PSV game.
So Rice, Havertz and Odegaard?
Yeah, not Vera. I feel like we just need a little bit of that physicality Havertz offers. On the left, Trossard. On the right, Saka. Up front, Jesus. Oh, Nketiah. I feel like Nketiah is going to start.
Do you think Eddie's going to start?
Yeah, although Jesus is having a blinder, I feel like that was probably what
that's
was
interesting. My one's a little bit different. I actually think Arteta's gonna go with David Raya because
you reckon?
Yeah, I mean,
I want him to start, but I reckon he's gonna play Ramsdale.
Yeah, it's a little bit different because I think he had it in his mind that he wanted David Raya to start the Champions League game. So he started him against Everton, right? Because you can't bring him into a big game like that cold. And if you go by that theory, then you can't bring in Ramsdale cold into a North London derby, which is it's a huge game for us. It's an important game. He hasn't played for the last two. And, you know, so I don't think you can bring in Ramsdale cold for such a big game. I think you should have given him some minutes in the Champions League game as a sub maybe, but I feel like David Raya is going to start. Back four, I think, stays unchanged. You go White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinni. Midfield, I'm same as you. Havertz, Rice, and Odegaard. I think Havertz's physicality
Mm-hmm.
and his ability to sort of pick up spaces and stretch people out of their positions to create more space for our attackers is going to be key. So I think Havertz starts. Up front, you go Trossard because I don't think Martinelli will be back. And then I think you go Jesus and Saka. I don't think you can drop Jesus at the moment.
No,
Look
you
at what he's
can't.
doing. Even though,
I mean, I wouldn't, but I feel like, Eddie's not done much wrong either.
he hasn't, but neither did Ramsdale.
Yeah, true.
And he's been dropped. I don't think it's a matter of dropping. It's just about,
Who's the best on the day? I mean, like, who's the best?
who's the best in leading up to it,
Yeah, you're right. Right now, Raya's like 2 clean sheets, bro. Like,
Yeah, and before that, we were struggling for clean sheets.
So he's already put his name down to be starting.
Yeah.
Jesus scoring, and Kadia's struggled for goals.
And also, like, Jesus has a big influence on the players around him. He drops in, he links up.
And you need this leadership in this game, eh? Like,
Yeah.
You need the big
and I think Eddie really struggled. He kind of struggles when he's up front sometimes. Sometimes when we don't have a great, we're not so great going forward or creating chances, Eddie really struggles. He doesn't have the same impact on linking up. And I think Jesus, you can't drop him at the moment. I think you play him. You might even play him the whole 90 if you need to. He's just incredible. The way he twists and turns, he's not going to let the defenders have a moment's peace. So
yeah, good shot. We'll see what Arteta does. I think anyone that plays, as long as everyone just puts in that performance, that that hard work, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, and I think it's also like there's momentum with this team. Basically the team we've named as the team that started against PSV. And most of them started against Everton.
Yeah.
I think it's momentum building now, and 3 games in the space of just over a week. You need that momentum, and you need that sharpness, and
especially in the game like this, right?
Yeah, this is a huge game. If this was some other team,
you would bring in the changes.
Yeah, you could bring in the changes, rest a few, but at the moment, I think you have to keep going with the momentum. Everyone looks good, and they look good together. They look like they understand each other more and more each week. So yeah, I think you stick with it.
Predictions.
I'm going to go 4-1, only because I think Spurs, they're going to have some chance at some point and they're going to score. And it's at home. Our clean sheets at home aren't very good, but I absolutely hope that we get a goal, we get another, and we just absolutely blow them in like 20 minutes or something.
I'm gonna go with the 2-0 to the Arsenal. I feel like we've had 2 clean sheets.
Well, the last 2 games you predicted draws, and we came out with wins, and now you're predicting wins. So if we don't win, it's on you.
Hey, I predicted a 4-1 in the PSV game, and it was 4-0, so it was close.
Yeah. Imagine you predicted the draw.
No, I didn't. Not in that game.
We're gonna have to go back and watch, but I think you predicted the draw.
No, I predicted draw in the Everton game. And that was close. See.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I feel like you're right. Like it kind of depends on how Tottenham set up as well. If they come to play, we're going to play them off the park. And probably 2-0 is a low score. It might be.
I hope so. I hope we
4-1. It might be not pretty.
But let us know. Let us know your score predictions or any thoughts you have about the North London derby. And please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Come on, you Gunners. Let's go.